close the door with the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike three.
Line into left field for a base hit.
Hit in the air. That's going to be the second baseman. They have a chance for two, and they got him.
Run, the throw is in time for the out.
Lifted high into left field. Ball is way back, and that ball is way gone.
Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on YourLiveEvent.com.
Time for more baseball here on YourLiveEvent.com on our Irie Insurance pregame show. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve, covering it all. Home, auto, crop, commercial, benefits, insurance. IrieINS.com for a free quote today as Hatton-Northwood takes on Hillsboro-Central Valley in a North Dakota Class B Baseball Region 2 showdown. Hillsboro-Central Valley right now tied with Nelson County Dakota for second place in the region standings. Hatton-Northwood not too far behind in those region standings, but a couple of games out. It's a pretty clear top half versus bottom half. Thompson continues their unbelievable run, 15-0 in all competitions, coming off a 7-2 victory at Mayport CG, a couple of shutout victories over Langdon area Edmore Munich last weekend. We had both those on YourLiveEvent.com, and I think what could be the best game of the season as far as defensive performance is a 3-2 win over Ada Borup West. So some great performances there. Thompson looks like they're going to be the number one seed, but again, Hillsboro-Central Valley with a chance to get that number one seed. They would have to defeat Thompson, of course, and win some tiebreakers likely. Nelson County Dakota also in the conversation there. They're coming off a win over these Hatton-Northwood Thunder, 8-6. Big win for them. They lost to Thompson 9-0. And we'll see if they can get a second game in. So it all depends upon lots of different factors, but Hillsboro-Central Valley, Nelson County Dakota, and Thompson look to be your top three. Hatton-Northwood, Mayport CG, Maple River, and Larimore kind of battling for those final few spots. Not sure if Maple River has actually played a game yet this season. So that's what we are looking at the standings here for Region 2. Still to come here on this Irie Insurance pregame show. We'll hear from both head coaches, Ben Strand, Hillsboro-Central Valley. But before that, on our Dakota Heritage Bank pregame interviews, we will hear from the head coach of the Thunder, Dennis Carpenter. Will coming up here next here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Lee Brothers Sales, Highway 9 in Ada, invites you to order your new Chevrolet vehicles. From the Silverado, Trailblazer, and Traverse, Lee Brothers is your authorized Chevrolet dealer, providing sales and service to the area since 1975. For ordering your vehicles, talk with Mitch Smurfer J. Trust the experts who know your vehicles best and take advantage of great Chevy certified service offers today. Lee Brothers Sales, Highway 9, Ada. Call 218-784-2000.
Hi, this is Chrissy Thompson from the Hillsboro-Central Valley School District, reminding you that ethics, integrity, and respect are values important to our daily lives. In our sporting events, educational lessons, and lifetime values taught by school activities. Remember that one simple word, sportsmanship. It's how you play the game. This message is from the Hillsboro and Central Valley School Districts.
I was visiting with Ben at the Hillsboro Body Shop, and we discussed, well, a lot of things. And then we were discussing, when do you think about the body shop? Most times it's after your vehicle gets damaged from an accident, hitting a deer, hailstorms, scratches, dents, windshield cracks. Ben says, beep. I say, when you need the repairs to your vehicle as you're thinking of the Hillsboro Body Shop, call Ben. 701-636-4981.
Full Service Foods in Hillsboro provides contract packaging and private label foods for your local and regional retail stores. Full Service Foods is a leader in the upper Midwest for less than truckload quantities for contract manufactured sauces and dressings. They are a privately held company with a reputation for quality and customer service. Full Service Foods is proud to be in Hillsboro and bringing employment opportunities to the area. Find out more at fullservicefoods.com. Full Service Foods of Hillsboro, proud to support this community event.
Under Dakota Heritage Bank pregame interviews, chatting with the head coach of the Hatton-Northwood Thunder and Coach Carpenter. And Coach, it's kind of been an up and down season for your guys. You had one win out of the first four, and then a 3-game winning streak, and then a 3-game losing skid here right now. I'm sure you want to get off of.
Yeah, it's been a little up and down. It's been a little spotty. We thought we were going to have a decent spring coming. We started schedule early, and then all of a sudden rain shut us down for a week and a half and got in. Like I said, we got that 3-game win streak in, then we got shut down for a week and a half because of rain. So hopefully we start getting some continuity, start getting some at-bats in against live pitching, and see where it goes from there.
And you're going up against this Hillsboro-Central Valley team for a second time. Came up short in the first time you played them. What do you want to do different today?
Just need to do a better job of throwing strikes to start out with. We were a little wild last game. Walked a few too many batters. They're a good squad. I mean, you can tell by the record. They're well coached. We just need to come out, and like I said, we need to hammer the strike zone. And when we get our turn out bat, we need to make sure we're barreling baseballs, especially with 2 strikes. We've got one of our emphasis right now is cut down the strikeouts, put the ball in play, and see what happens with it from there.
Anything else that you really need to clean up before the postseason comes?
Yeah, defensively, you're always working to clean that up. The fewer outs you give a team, the better chance you have of keeping that score down and keeping pitch counts down, which is kind of important right now. We're in the middle of actually, we're just getting started with an 8-game, and we'll play 8 games by next Tuesday, so we need to make sure we're keeping our pitch counts down.
Under Dakota Heritage Bank pregame interviews, Coach Carpenter from Hatton-Northwood. Coach, thanks for the time. Best of luck today.
Thank you.
It's the most prestigious, challenging, rewarding tour on dirt. The most wanted baddest outlaws and the most powerful late models on the planet. The world of outlaws, King's Late Models.
At Dakota Heritage Bank, we know your schedules can get hectic, and you don't always have time to get to the bank during regular banking hours. We make it easy for you with mobile banking, online banking, and bill pay, services that we offer for free. This is Michelle with Dakota Heritage Bank, inviting you to do your banking with us anytime, anywhere. Just go to dhbanknd.com or download the mobile app for convenient on-the-go banking, serving you with locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
It's a spring sale with additional discounts on all trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro. With everyday lower prices, Bloomfield Enterprises is offering additional discounts through April 30th. All trailers have spring sale discounts and price savings. Dumps, tilts, utility, equipment, and car trailers, plus goosenecks and flow aluminum trailers. Talk to Tim at 701-430-0877 or Larry at 218-368-7989. See Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro for big spring sale discounts on trailers.
For all your fresh floral needs, rely on 3R Floral on Main Street in Hillsboro. If you have an upcoming wedding or special event, contact 3R Floral to help with your floral needs for the occasion. Call 3R Floral at 701-636-2000. You can also find gift ideas for all occasions. Check out the new decor to spruce up your home and office for the new year at 3R Floral. And don't forget about Hillsboro Gifts, featuring Borough apparel for all Borough fans. Check out the 3R Floral Facebook page and see some great gifts available. If you can dream it, we can do it at 3R Floral in Hillsboro.
Under Dakota Heritage Bank pregame interviews, chatting with the head coach of the Hillsboro-Central Valley Burros ahead of a rare Wednesday afternoon baseball contest between the Burros and the Hatton-Northwood Thunder. And, Coach, you still got a chance at the number 1 seed. Of course, that all depends on how you do against Thompson the second time around. We'll get to that as we get to that game. But taking care of business first today against a very capable Hatton-Northwood squad.
Yeah, we played them. Feels like it's been forever since we played them. But we don't exactly know who's going to pitch coached today, but they are capable, and their bats are capable. So we want to do a good job of continuing where we left off against with our Larimore game, which is throwing strikes and playing defense, and then we'll let our bats do the work behind it. But it starts on the mound with Chase today, and hopefully our defense is ready to play behind him.
Talking about that Larimore contest, again, it was a 1-0 game for the majority, and then you kind of broke through late. Larimore adds one in the end, but not enough. Riley Richter pitched another solid performance, and you got some good, I think the best performance of the season from James Fortman as well in that contest.
Yeah, it's nice to see him break out because he works hard. He's a great kid. Anybody who's coached him here will say the same. Somebody you definitely want around your team, and so we're happy to see him get some positive results. Riley, we rely heavily on him when he's up there to go the distance or close to. So we were happy with his performance. It wasn't our best day at the plate. We've kind of been in a little slump, hoping to break out of it today, but we had a couple squeeze bunts that worked for us, and I was happy to see him find a way even when things aren't going great.
Outside of finding the bats again, we're getting to the final few games of the regular season. Really time to button down the things that are kind of getting away from you. What are still some of the things you need to clean up and fix before the postseason?
Something we preached all year is to try to get energy level up. It's hard. Baseball's a lot of ups and downs, and people say stay even keeled, but we still need to have energy. These guys, a lot of our starters just naturally are pretty laid back guys, so we want to have some energy from everyone else and get them up to par as well. So that definitely, and then like I mentioned before, we got to get our whole pitching staff to be in attack mode because we want to cut down on those free bases, and we also, what's really important this time is to just start getting some confidence, getting some swagger. So we're hoping that they can keep on building on that today.
Hillsboro-Central Valley head baseball coach Ben Strand joining us here on our Dakota Heritage Bank pregame interviews. Coach, thanks for the time. Best of luck today.
Yep, thanks for the coverage.
And that concludes our Dakota Heritage Bank interviews, pregame interviews, sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Locations in North Dakota and Minnesota, dhbanknd.com. Take a look around the state to see the best teams and a little bit of my pregame comments on this one. And a little bit later on, we'll have our starting lineups. Before you know it, the first pitch, it's Hatton-Northwood, Hillsboro-Central Valley. First pitch in about 10 minutes here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime, serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond. We are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsboro, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank. Strong bank, strong communities.
At Abra Auto Body and Glass in Grand Forks, they make sure your vehicle gets the best standard of care to get it back on the road as quickly as possible. Lonnie and his team are some of the most highly trained in the industry. With state-of-the-art technology and superior products, your vehicle will leave in great condition. With their drive-in claims area, the process is smooth and easy. Let Abra Auto Body and Glass in Grand Forks provide you and your vehicle with premium care and attention. Open 8 to 5:30 Monday through Friday. Abra Auto Body and Glass of Grand Forks.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
All Works Underground Utilities, LLC specializes in directional boring and plowing of underground utilities. Contact Dylan Stevens, 218-261-3090. Power lines, communications, water and sewer lines. All Works LLC can get the job done. All Works LLC works with residential and construction contractors in Minnesota and North Dakota. Contact Dylan Stevens with All Works LLC, 218-261-3090.
Coming on back here on this Irie Insurance pregame show, IrieINS.com for a free quote today. Hatton-Northwood, Hillsboro-Central Valley, North Dakota Class B, Region 2 boys baseball, of course, on yourliveevent.com. James Martin's hanging out with you. Take a look around the state of North Dakota and some of the state leaders in baseball. Quick view of Class A, East Region. My alma mater, the Shanley Deacons, are at the top right now. The EDC, 5-0 in region play, 7-1 overall. West Fargo High, 2-0 in the region, 3-0 overall. They haven't gotten many games in yet. Most games so far, Devils Lake having a heck of a season. Boy, they've had a heck of a year. Of course, the boys team wins the Class A state basketball championship. The girls team wins the state Class A basketball championship. And Devils Lake baseball trying to make a splash as well. 6-1 in the region, 13-5 overall. 10-6 overall for Cheyenne. Davies, 10-4 overall records. They are in the 4th and 5th in the standings. West region, those Mandan Braves are at 18-2 overall, 12-1 in the region. They're at the top, followed by Bismarck, Dickinson, both with 14 and 11, both with double-digit wins. Dickinson followed by Bismarck Century and Williston. Those are your top 5 right now in the West region. Top teams in each particular Class B region. Region 1, Central Cass has the lead right now, 11-1 overall, 9-1 in the region. Kindred Richland about game behind, a couple games behind at 7-1. Then Northern Cass. That's your top 3 for Region 1. We have the Region 1 tournament on yourliveevent.com. Region 2, we talked about Thompson at the top, 15-0. They are the only undefeated team left in the state, either Class A or Class B. 4-0 in the region, of course. Nelson County, Dakota, Hillsboro-Central Valley in a tie for second in the region standings at 3-1. Hillsboro-Central Valley on the season. These two teams, by the way, they have I don't think they have met Nelson County, Dakota. They are set to meet tomorrow. That is in Lakota, I believe, so we will not have that game for you on yourliveevent.com, but we will have the Region 2 tournament. Region 3 tournament, Carrington, right now with the lead, 8-6 overall, 5-3 in the region. It's a pretty competitive region, though. South Border, New Rockford, Cheyenne, Kidder County, Gackle, Streeter, and Lemoore, Litchfield, Marion are all within a couple of games of the top spot. So we have the Region 3 tournament as well on yourliveevent.com. Region 4, Park River area and Langton area and Borbutic are battling it out in the smallest region in the state of North Dakota. Just 5 teams in that region looking for that one spot. Should be a good one. Region 5, North Star has the lead, but it's a weird region right now. Weird year for Region 5. Bottineau in second. Harvey-Wills County third. Northern Lights, Rugby, Dunseith, they all have at least one region win. And Bottineau has the most with 4. So it's anybody's game in Region 5. Region 6, Belleville, Drake, Animus, and Garrison. Of course, those two teams co-opt in certain sports, like football. They are at the top, 6-0, 5-1 region records. The Aggies are 14-3 overall. No other team in that region has more than 7 wins on the year. Renville County, Des Lacs, Burlington, Lewis and Clark, and Tioga are your top teams in Region 7. And in Region 8, Shiloh Christian looks to be running away with it. They are at 17-2 overall, undefeated in region play. Those are your top teams here in the region standings. Take a quick break here on our Ira Insurance pregame show. We'll come back with the starting lineups next.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
It's time now for our starting lineups presented by American Crystal Sugar Company. Live the sweet life, great careers, quality products, grow our own, crystalsugar.com. We start with the Hatton-Northwood Thunder. Here are the starting lineups. They'll lead off with the senior center fielder, number 11, Ander Thorsgaard. Batting second, a senior catcher, number 2, Derek Carpenter. Batting third, a senior third baseman, number 1, Carson Bodine. Batting fourth, the sophomore pitcher, number 12, Keegan Schroeder. Batting fifth, a senior first baseman, number 18, Caleb Trosted. Batting sixth, a freshman designated hitter, number 21, Drew Iverson. Batting seventh, the freshman second baseman, number 10, Aiden Johnson. Batting eighth, a junior left fielder, number 3, Brody Johnson. And batting ninth, the freshman shortstop, number 4, Weston Anger. In the flex spot as well, the right fielder, senior number 15, Zach Sukitz. That's the starting lineup there for Hatton-Northwood head coach Dennis Carpenter. And Carpenter, longtime head coach, assisted by Josh Nelson. And now the starters for the Hillsboro-Central Valley Burros, shaking up the lineup a little bit here. Leading off, it'll be the sophomore catcher, number 5, Ty Leshik. Batting second, a senior shortstop, number 7, Kyle Halfley. Batting third, the sophomore pitcher, number 2, Chase Halfley. Batting fourth, the senior center fielder, number 17, Landon Olson. Batting fifth, a first baseman, number 15, the junior Riley Richter. Batting sixth, the sophomore third baseman, number 10, Braden Chenault. Batting seventh, the senior second baseman, number 4, James Fortman. Batting eighth, the senior left fielder, number 8, Carter Limke. And batting ninth, the sophomore right fielder, number 21, Alexander Duffner. That's the starters for head coach Ben Strand and Kevin Locken. So that's our starting lineups again, presented by American Crystal Sugar Company. Live the sweet life, quality careers, great products, grower owned. CrystalSugar.com. As the Burros are going to be in the gray jerseys, blue numbers, blue letters, Burros on the front outlined in white, gray pants. Hatton-Northwood in the black pinstripes, white numbers, and white pants as well. So we'll step away for the national anthem. Coming back for first pitch next on YourLiveEvent.com.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro. You can see the latest inventory online at BloomfieldTrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro.
You're feeling that spring sensation, and that means it's time to put a spring in your step over to Mayport Hardware. They've got it all, the seeds, soil, pots, and garden tools you need to make your green thumb glow. If you're spring cleaning, pick up some paint or rakes to spruce up your home and yard. They also have appliances to put that tax refund to good use, and the bikes and lawnmowers, they're just ready to roll out the door. Keep that spring sensation at Mayport Hardware, Trail County's Hardware Hank on Main Street in Mayville.
Central Valley Bean Cooperative in Buxton, North Dakota has adapted to the growing needs of the edible bean industry since 1982. Production of edible beans helps many growers in the Red River Valley make their farming operation more profitable. These growers are also producing a nutritious, high-protein food source, helping feed a hungry world. Central Valley Bean Cooperative in Buxton, with receiving stations in Hatton, Sharon, Larimore, Devils Lake, Wilton, Washburn, Lincoln, Peasic, East Grand Forks, Grafton, and Garski. Learn more at centralvalleybean.com or 701-847-2622. National Anthem is concluded, as have our American Crystal Sugar Company starting lineups. Just a little bit behind the starting time for the first pitch is Chase Halfley warming up out there. Sophomore will get the start on the mound. Tossing to Tyson Leshik, another sophomore. Hillsboro-Central Valley, overall 4-8, 3-1 in the region. Hatton-Northwood 4-6 overall, 1-3 in the region. The Thunder on a 3-game losing streak after posting a 3-game winning streak. And Hillsboro-Central Valley, they started out the season winning just one of their first 6 games. Since then, they are 3-3. To again be 4-8 on the year. So again, a big contest in the region. Hatton-Northwood wins this one. They got a shot at the top 3. Hillsboro-Central Valley wins this one. They are pending Nelson County Dakota's game today. They are alone in second place. Nelson County Dakota right now, according to my schedule, they don't have a game today. They will play the Burros tomorrow. So second place in the standings on the line and a shot at first tomorrow at Nelson County Dakota. In the meantime, we get things going here on our Golden Harvest Tim Cozette Seed Sales scoreboard, 701-430-0877. Happy planting from Golden Harvest Tim Cozette Seed Sales. First pitch coming at you here at 3:03. That one's high and inside for ball number 1 to Ander Thorsgaard. 1-0 pitch popped up into the air. Leshik going to go after it and just can't quite find it. So the count will go to 1-1. Carpenter, the catcher, on deck, and Bodine, the third baseman, is in the hole here for Hatton-Northwood. Again, in those black jerseys with pinstripes, white pants. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss here. 1-2. And pitching is the name of the game, both baseball and softball. Baseball, you got to have a collection of good pitchers. Softball, you can ride yourself to the state tournament with just one. 1-2 pitch. Grounder up the middle. That's a base hit. Leadoff single there for Thorsgaard in 4. And Hatton-Northwood is aboard. Brings in here the catcher, number 2, Derek Carpenter. Now a runner on first, and nobody out. Carpenter, of course, I believe the son of longtime head coach Dennis Carpenter. Toss back to first base to Richter. Will be behind. So Bodine on deck and Schroeder, the pitcher for Hatton-Northwood, in the hole. Pitch is a little outside, 1-0. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 hit. 1 positive contact the first 5 pitches for Halfley. That's a good attempt at a pickoff there at first, but not quite in time. So that's the second time that Halfley's gone back to Richter in this early going. 1-0 pitch. Runner goes for the steal. Toss. Won't be quite there in time. It's overthrown. A stolen base, advancing to third on a throwing error. And just like that, Hatton-Northwood is a base away from taking an early lead on a 2-0 pitch. So Halfley trying to get settled here. That one is across the plate. 2-1 is the count now. Burrows just came back over the weekend. So that 2-1 pitch is outside and low, 3-1. Came back from a trip to Target Field where they watched the Boston Red Sox take on those Minnesota Twins. Followed that weekend trip up, as that's a strike called that time, full count. Followed that trip up with a win over Larimore on Monday. It's fouled back. Count remains full. So 1-0 game for the longest time, and then Hillsboro-Central Valley opened things up a bit. Polar Bears added 1 late, but not enough, as that won't be enough that time on the swing by Carpenter as he strikes out at 7. First out of the inning, and the first strikeout of the game for Halfley. Brings in Bodine, Carson Bodine. As there's the first pitch. Inside that time, it's 1-0. And Hatton-Northwood on the 3-game losing streak would like nothing more than to take advantage of the sunshine and get a big win. So that's fouled away down third base line. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, a runner on third base in the top of the first. 1-1, a little high. 2-1 now. And for Bodine, Schroeder on deck and Trosted in the hole here. 2-1 pitch. Fouled to the mesh. 2-2 now. Pretty even pitch selection so far for Halfley. 2-2. That's a shot. Testing the sophomore out in right field. And it's gone. Hatton-Northwood, the Thunder, on a perfectly sunny day, roll in to Hillsboro and take a 2-0 lead early. On that Golden Harvest Tim Cazette seat sale scoreboard off the 2-run bomb from Carson Bodine in 5. Of course, he brings home himself and Thorsgaard. That brings in the pitcher Keegan Schroeder. His pitch is high. Count goes to 1-0. Nobody on. 1 out. Now a 2-0 lead on that Golden Harvest Tim Cazette seed sale scoreboard. Two-0 pitch to Schroeder, a lefty that's high and inside now, 3-0. Halfley's given up 2 hits, 2 earned runs. Yeah, struck out 1. Saves himself there with a strike. And the windup 3-1 pitch. Got away. Walk given up there by Halfley. His runner goes to first. Great start there for Hatton-Northwood. Caleb Trosted will come up to bat here now. Trosted, senior. First baseman, number 18, right-handed batter with a runner on first and 1 down. First pitch is a strike. Halfley's pitch count already climbing. Up now to 22 with that pitch delivered and just 1 out on the board. A 1 pitch, grounder foul towards the on-deck circle. Iverson didn't even flinch in that on-deck circle. Says, I've seen those before. Just a freshman, the designated hitter in the on-deck circle. It's Halfley. Takes a look over to third, back to first. As Trosted steps out of the box for a moment. Coming back in now. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Halfley gets him down in 3. Second strikeout of the game. Brings in Drew Iverson, the designated hitter. Freshman, number 21, right-handed batter. With a runner on and 2 outs now. Here in the top of the first. Pickoff attempt at first. Not quite in time, but that's been the best look all day. For Halfley and Richter trying to connect for the third and final out. I'll have to do it the hard way here with the strike. That's now 4 straight strikes for Halfley after throwing 4 out of the last 5 pitches previously as balls. That one's a ball there. Count goes 1-1. The Johnsons on deck and in the hole. Aiden, then Brody. 1-1 pitch. Chopped, just foul down the first base line. Count goes to 1-2. As getting the sign there from Coach Carpenter down the third base line. For Iverson, 1-2 pitch. Doinked on the helmet. As that's an automatic base there for Iverson. Schroeder gets over to second now. And despite getting doinked on the helmet, Iverson's going to stay to run the bases. As the officials will talk it over here. Just making sure he's okay to go. So runners now at first and second, 2 outs on the board, and that brings in Aiden Johnson, freshman second baseman, number 10. Again, a 2-run bomb for Carson Bodine. Getting things started here for Hatton-Northwood. They're looking to add more. First pitch to strike, count goes to 0-1. Burrow's falling behind here early as that one is foul. Quick 0-2 count there for Johnson. Burrows have not scored more than 4 runs in back-to-back games. Scored double digits just 3 times this season. And in all three of those cases, or two of those three cases, they won the game. Little conference there between Leszczyk and Halfley. Leszczyk will go back to his catcher spot. By the way, interesting stat here, the Burros have not won back-to-back games this season. Of course, they beat Larimore earlier this week. That one's low and away. Count goes to 1-2, and again, that pitch count continues to climb for Halfley. This would be number 32. That one's a little low there, 2-2 now. Single, strikeout, homer, walk, strikeout, hit, batter. That's the resume so far for the Thunder. First time around, swing and a miss. All three outs come from Halfley on strikeouts, but he does allow 2 runs off a pair of hits. There was 1 error, 2 earned runs, and there were 2 left on base. Pitch count there for Halfley through the first inning. 33. 2-0 is our score on the Golden Harvest Tim Cazette Seed Sales scoreboard. Headed to the bottom of the first, Hillsboro-Central Valley up to bat on YourLabEvent.com next.
Hey growers, when working on your water management solutions, call Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. They are your water management contractor, helping you with tile drainage plans, service drainage plans, or both. Remember, water management is a lifetime investment. Call Chad 701-430-0182 to get your water problem solved. For more information, follow Chad's Excavating on Facebook. For tile drainage and service plans, call 701-430-0182. Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Almost half of the energy used in homes goes toward heating and cooling the spaces we live in. Energy Star certified heating and cooling equipment can improve your comfort while lowering electric bills. Through its Bright Energy Solutions program, City of Hillsboro offers rebates for a wide range of energy-efficient equipment like heat pumps and central air conditioners. You can also get a rebate for having your cooling system professionally tuned up. Call the City of Hillsboro to learn more about rebates or visit BrightEnergySolutions.com. On the Golden Harvest Tim Cazette Seed Sales scoreboard, Hatton-Northwood takes the early lead over Hillsboro-Central Valley 2-0. As the Thunder take advantage of a 2-run homer to right from Carson Bodine. They would end up getting a few more bases, but unable to get any more runs across. Stu up for the Burros, they're top of the order with Leszczyk and Kyle Halfley and Chase Halfley. Landon Olson batting cleanup. He started, Landon Olson did, I believe in the 8th spot was the opening day starting batting position for Landon Olson. He's moved all the way up to 4th in the order. And Alexander Duffner, not sure if he started against Larimore, but he's in my games this season, the first time we've seen him on the starting lineup. So that first pitch is a strike to Leszczyk. Catcher, sophomore, number 5, right-handed batter, 0-1 pitch, facing Schroeder, the sophomore pitcher. Count goes to 0-2 quickly there for Leszczyk in the bottom of the first. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Leszczyk goes down in 3. Quick first out here for Keegan Schroeder. As Kyle Halfley will step up to the plate. Halfley, shortstop, senior number 7, right-handed batter with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. First pitch, Halfley gets a hold of that one. It's going just into the park. A lengthy double for Kyle Halfley, nearly our second home run of the game. As that'll bring up their Halfley the younger, Chase Halfley, the pitcher, sophomore, number 2, right-handed batter, trying to bring older bro home. Runner on second and 1 down. There's the first pitch, and that's popped up towards shallow right field. Are they going to get there? They will. No, dropped it at the last second. Thought he had it in his glove, so not exactly sure if it ever touched his glove or not, but it looked like he had it. And I think that was the second baseman that went out to try and get it. So now we have runners at first and third after all that, with still one out on the board, and we'll call it a fielding error out there between second and right. Getting Kyle Halfley to third and Chase Halfley over to first. Brings in Landon Olson, the senior, future Mayville State Comet, center fielder, number 17, right-handed batter. Good opportunity to try and cut into this lead. First pitch, Olson smashes that one foul. Look out, Carlott just missed it a lot there. 0-1 there to Olson. Fourth batter up, and Schroeder has not thrown a ball yet, I do believe. 0-1 pitch. Broadcaster's jinx coming into play there. 1-1 now. Strikeout of Leshik, and then first contacts for the Halfleys. So 1-1 count here for Landon Olson. Some options there for the Borough base runners. Swing and a miss for Olson. Now 1-2 with Riley Richter on deck and Braden Chenault in the hole. As Schroeder, the 1-2 pitch. Runner goes for the steal. And he's going to get there. So the Halfleys now both in scoring position and a 2-2 count. Olson swings and misses at that one and goes down in 5. 2 down here now. Brings in Riley Richter, the junior first baseman. Number 15. Pitched a gem of a game against Larimore on Monday. Earned his second Enbridge Energy Player of the Game honors this season, you believe. 1-0 count to Richter. Runners at second and third still. 2 outs on the board. Count now goes to 1-1 as Schroeder and the Thunder looking to snap out of a 3-game losing skid here. And taking advantage of much more beautiful weather than yesterday. 1-1 pitch. It's high, 2-1. One good thing about all the rain, our farmers are certainly happy with the moisture. 2-1 pitch. And that dinged Richter on the back. And so he gets a free base. So that brings in Braden Chenault, the sophomore, third baseman, number 10, right-handed batter with the bases loaded and 2 outs on the board here in the bottom of the first. Another great opportunity for the Burros to break through here. Chenault pops it up. Good opportunity for Hatton-Northwood to get out of the inning, and wasn't easy, but pop fly to the third baseman to close out the first. No runs off of 1 hit. There was 1 error, no earned runs, and 3 left on base. Pitch count there for Keegan Schroeder in the first inning, 15. On our Golden Harvest Tim Cozette seed sales scoreboard, we go to the top of the second. Hatton-Northwood leads Hillsboro-Central Valley 2-0 on YourLiveEvent.com.
This is Dustin Nagel with Dakota Heritage Bank. We're a family-owned community bank where decisions are made locally. At Dakota Heritage Bank, we can assist you with all of your banking needs, including checking and savings accounts, credit and debit cards, loans of all types, and more. We offer free mobile banking, online banking, and bill pay services. Just go to dhbanknd.com or download the mobile app for convenient on-the-go banking with Dakota Heritage Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
My coworkers here at Degelman are super supportive. We all get along. Makes for a really easy work day, easy work week.
From day one, I felt like it's been a big family here at Degelman.
Our culture at Degelman is really second to none. It's truly a family atmosphere.
It feels really great to be a part of a team that is building some of the toughest equipment in the farm industry.
Start at the top of the second here on YourLiveEvent.com on the Golden Harvest Tim Cassette Seed Sales scoreboard. 2-0 Hatton-Northwood with the lead. As 7-8-9 in the batting order, here's the junior left fielder, number 3, Brody Johnson. And he is head of the count here now, 2-1. 19 strikes and 13 balls thrown by starter Chase Halfley in the first. 3-1 is the count here now. 3-1 pitch. It got away. Walk drawn there for Brody Johnson. 4 straight balls there surrendered by Halfley. Brings in Weston Enger, a freshman shortstop, number 4, right-handed batter with a runner on first. And nobody out in the top of the second. Hatton-Northwood and Hillsboro-Central Valley, the Trail County tussle, you could call it. Another chance at a pickoff. Oh, Halfley is getting closer and closer each time, but still hasn't come up with an out quite yet. But you can better believe he will continue that as that's popped up and popped back for a foul for Enger. I should say 8-9-1 in the batting order. I think I said 7-8-9. 8-9-1. Enger is the last in the order. Leadoff Andrew Thorsgaard. 1-for-1 with the base hit is on deck there for the Thunder. Throw off. Again, close, but no cigar that time. They'll toss it back over to Halfley, who threw 33 pitches in the first. Giving up those 2 earned runs. 0-1 pitch. Bunt is shown again. And caught in a pickle. Tossed to second is not in time. So give Johnson the steal. He's over to second now. And it is an 0-2 count to Enger. So Enger, in a little bit more abstract way, did his job. As I think there might be... Oh, there was a quick stoppage there, I think, to check the batting helmet and check the runner as well. He's now off the bag at second there for Brody Johnson. Halfley, the 0-2 pitch. That's a little high that time. Now 1-2. 3 strikeouts there for Halfley, but again, he's given up a pair of walks, a hit batter, and 2 hits so far in this contest. 1-2 pitch. Fouled towards the Burrow dugout down the first base line. Count remains there at 1-2. One-two pitch. Swing and a miss. Enger goes down on strikes in 5. For the first out of the inning. Brings in Andrew Thorsgaard. Thorsgaard, center fielder number 11, tossed to second, won't be quite in time. Halfley continues to hunt for those pickoffs around the bases. Thorsgaard stolen base, run scored with that single. He fouls that one. And the count goes to 0-1. Carpenter on deck, Bodine, the homer hitter, in the hole. As the Thunder begin their second time around their order. 0-1 pitch. Dinger, foul down the third base line. It's already approaching the half-hour mark in this one. About 25 or so minutes in. 0-2 pitch. Line inside, 1-2. One-two pitch. Down and away, 2-2 now. Halfley on the hunt for strikeout number 5. He'll step off the mound and back on here. All 4 outs so far have come off of strikeouts from Halfley. 2-2 pitch, grounder. That goes fair. Down the third base line. And it'll be an RBI double there for Thorsgaard. Makes it 3-0 Hatton-Northwood. One out remains on the board. Runner remains at second base. Comes Derek Carpenter 0 for 1 with a strikeout on the day. Pitch count approaching 50 here for Halfley. Takes a look over to second. First pitch is high. Count goes 1-0. 1-0 pitch. Popped up. Leshik looking for it, and it actually falls towards Halfley, and he's able to grab it. Pop fly to the pitcher for the second out of the inning. And brings in now Bodine. Carson Bodine. Spelt Beaudin, so no relation to Velva's Bodines, Bodine. First pitch is a ball. Count goes 1-0. Schroeder on deck and Trosted in the hole. Runner stranded at second with 2 outs on the board. A 3-0 lead for Hatton-Northwood. That pitch is fouled. And the count goes 1-1. Halfley checks over to second. The 1-1 pitch, that's high and away, 2-1. And a runner is able to pick up the steal. So it goes from second over to third. 2-1 pitch. Inside ball 3. Halfley, the 3-1 pitch. Gives up another walk there. That one in 5 pitches. Brings in Keegan Schroeder, the pitcher. Number 12, left-handed batter. Drew a walk in the first. Runners now at the corners with 2 outs on the board and a 3-0 lead for Hatton-Northwood on that Golden Harvest Tim Cassette seed sales scoreboard. First pitch, high and away, 1-0. Trosted on deck, Iverson in the hole here for the Thunder. Halfley, check to third. He'll throw to first, and it got away from Richter. And a run will score. Hatton-Northwood doubles their lead here. And the runner is going to go all the way to third. And there's another throwing error. And the runner will come home. Make it 5-0 Hatton-Northwood. The Thunder are absolutely rolling here in Hillsboro. Off a couple of throwing errors. Johnson will score. Johnson had scored previously on that RBI single for Thorsgaard. Thorsgaard will come around to score, and Bodine will come around to score. And we get a pitcher's mound conference here. Ben Strand is going to shake the dirt off the mound with emphasis. He maybe tries to jumpstart his team. A little bit rattled here in the first 2 innings. And a 5-0 lead at the top of the second. 1-0 is the count to Schroeder. As looks like Halfley will stay out there. One-0 pitch. Going inside. Now 2-0 to Schroeder. And get some pop through the infield. It's another hit for Hatton-Northwood. That brings in now Trosted. Caleb Trosted, first baseman, senior, number 18, right-handed batter. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout on the game. And he gets some contact, and that drops in for a hit. Trosted to first. Schroeder to second. And they're looking to extend this lead as Drew Iverson, designated hitter. The freshman comes in and was hit by a pitch back in the first. First pitch. Flowing inside 1-0. To Iverson. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-1. One pitch. A little downstairs that time now, 2-1. Two-one pitch. Grounder foul. Now goes to 2-2. 2-2 pitch. And a line drive right to center. Scooped up. Oh, by Olsen. That'll score a run. Schroeder will score. Just like that, it's 6-0 Hatton-Northwood.
Now batting number 10, Aiden Johnson.
That'll bring in Aiden Johnson off the RBI single there. Trosted goes to first as that goes to Halfley, and he'll just run it over to end this inning on a 1-3 out. All 9 batters seeing the batter's box for Hatton-Northwood, and they take advantage. They come away with 4 runs off of 4 hits. There were 2 errors as all 4 runs were earned. A couple of walks in that inning as well, and there were 2 left on base. Pitch count for Halfley through 2 innings. Tally this up here. 32 for the second inning. Total now of 65 is what I have unofficially for the first 2 innings. On the Golden Irish Tim Gazette Seed Sales scoreboard, Hillsboro-Central Valley finds themselves in a hole 6-0 to Hatton-Northwood. Due up in the second here is Fortman, Limke, and Duffner. 7-8-9 due up for the Burros next.
I'm Madden Scunbury. I'm confident on the field, and when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
I'm Tylee Johnson. I'm confident in the arena. And when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
Heading to the bottom of the second on the Golden Harvest Tim Gazette Seed Sale scoreboard, 6-0 Hatton-Northwood. Comes out rocking early. 2 runs scored each by Thorsgaard and Bodine. They already have 6 hits as well. Burros with just 1 so far. That first pitch is high and inside to James Fortman, coming off a good game himself. Grabbed a couple of hits in the win over Larimore on Monday. Fortman, the second baseman, senior number 4, right-handed batter. 1-0 pitch. Gets a hold of that one and right into the left fielder's glove for the first out of the inning, just like that. Just 15 pitches needed in the first inning for Schroeder to get out of that first. His 4 outs on the board with just 17 pitches. Just a little over an average of 4 pitches and out. That one's inside as Limke's got a dance to get away from that one. Count goes 1-0 as Duffner is on deck. And the top of the order in Leshek in the hole. 1-0 pitch. Outside, 2-0. So far, Schroeder's pitched an efficient game. He has hit a batter. He's given up a hit as well. He has struck out a couple on the game. 2-0 pitch. That one's downstairs, and Limke's got plenty of options here. Well ahead of the count, 3-0. Only 5 balls thrown the entire inning in the first for Schroeder. He throws 3 here, and there's a strike. Count goes 3-1 now. This would be a big win for Hatton-Northwood. Would keep him in the conversation for a top 3 seed. 3-1, Limke gets a hold of that one. He might just get there. Toss to first is overthrown. And Limke will charge over to second. And the throw to second is not in time. And Limke says, why not? Let's keep going as he gets to third. So now it's time for Hatton-Northwood's miscues. A couple of throwing errors themselves. I would say Limke gets the single and then advances to second and third on a pair of throwing errors.
Now batting for the Burros, 41, Alexander Duffner.
So brings in Alexander Duffner here, the sophomore, right fielder number 21, trying to bring home the first Burro of the day. Count goes 1-0 as Schroeder's day starts to unravel a little bit. He's now thrown 4 balls in the last 5 pitches. 1-0. Duffner, nice contact on that, but goes foul. 1-1 is the count. Runner on third, 1 down in the bottom of the second. Burrows trying to get on the scoreboard here. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Leshek at the top of the order on deck. Kyle Halfley in the hole here. As Schroeder, the 1-2 pitch. Downstairs, it is corralled. There by Carpenter behind the catcher spot. And the 2-2 pitch. Duffner fouled back. Stay alive here in this one. This will be pitch number 6 of the plate appearance. It'll be the longest battle of the day, at least for a Burro on the batter's box. 2-2 pitch. That's outside. Full count now. As Duffner tries to scrappily get over to first base. Full count pitch. He's there on a walk. Runners now at the corners with 1 out on the board as the top of the order and Ty Leshek comes up. Sophomore catcher number 5. Right-handed batter gets the sign from Coach Strand down the third base line. As Schroeder started out nicely with a couple of strikeouts, just 1 hit allowed. He's now allowed a hit and a walk back-to-back, and that one was pretty dangerous. That goes high and inside. Count goes 1-0. Again, only 5 balls pitched in the entire first inning for Schroeder. He's pitched 9 of them so far in the second with 1 out on the board. That's a nice hit ball there for Leshek. 1 run will score. Duffner's going to charge and slide into third on an RBI double for Tyson Leshek. First run of the game as Limke will scamper home. As the Burros try to mount their comeback here.
Now batting for the Burros is number 7, Kyle Halfley.
The runners now on second and third, still with 1 out on the board. Kyle Halfley steps in, 1 for 1 with a double in the first. First pitch is high. Count goes 1-0. So again, Schroeder had such a good start He's thrown a ball, at least one, to each of these batters for Hillsboro-Central Valley. 2-0 now is the count. Schroeder, the 2-0 pitch. That is high. 3-0. Schroeder a ball away from getting the bases loaded to the Burrows. 3-0 pitch. Does just that. 4-pitch walk that time. Leshik stays at second. Duffner already over at third. And Kyle Halfley at first. And now we get a mound visit from Dennis Carpenter. And will we see our first pitching change of the game here? Not yet, anyway. Again, 2 runs in the first for Hatton-Northwood, 4 in the second. They had a 6-0 lead, but the Burros loading the bases here. Great opportunity to put some runs on the board. It's their second straight inning that they have loaded the bases here today. Last time around, Braden Chenault popped it to the third baseman to end the inning. As Schroeder will stay out there. It's in Chase Halfley. Got on due to an error. Fielding error there out for Hatton-Northwood. There's the first pitch. It's ball. Count goes to 1-0. Swing and contact and pop foul. Out of play. 1-1 now. Landon Olson on deck. Riley Richter in the hole here. For the Burros. 1-1 pitch. High. 2-1. Schroeder. 2-1. Swing and a miss there that time. 2-2. First time Schroeder's been even with the count of the last 3 batters. 2-2 pitch. Grounder to short. Toss to second is in time. Toss to first is not. 1 run will score. Duffner will come over to score. As Chase Halfley gets onto the fielder's choice. Leshik is going to get over to third. Kyle Halfley forced out there for the second out of the inning. That brings in Landon Olson now with runners at the corners. 2 outs on the board, and again a 6-2 lead now for Hatton-Northwood. Olson 0 for 1 with a strikeout back in the first. First pitch, got away. Carpenter's able to snag that one to prevent Leshik from scoring his first run of the game. Toss over to first, not in time. Schroeder, check over to third. 1-0 pitch. Outside, 2-0. Schroeder, look over to first. 2-0 pitch. That is high and inside. 3-0. Carpenter's really had to put his calisthenics to use today. Jumping all over the place. He has not passed a ball yet today. 3-0 pitch. That's off the plate as well. Landon Olson loads the bases again on a 4-pitch walk. Chase Halfley over to second. Leshik stays at third. Olson over to first as Richter got on as a hit batsman back in the first. 1 swing of the bat and we could have a tie ball game. First pitch. Low. 1-0 now to Richter. 5 straight balls thrown by Schroeder. Sophomore starter for the Thunder. 1-0 pitch. And that's a low ball as well. Schroeder, 2-0 pitch. That one did get away. Wild pitch allows a run to score. Lesh, comes across, makes it 6-3. And now first base is open for Richter. Still 2 outs on the board and a 3-0 count after 7 straight balls tossed by Schroeder. 3-0 pitch. He finally picks up a strike there. Chenault is on deck, and if he gets there, that would be all 9 batters for Hillsboro-Central Valley this inning. 3-1, that is high, and that's the case. Walk drawn for Richter. Landon Olson moves over to second. Olson was already at second, brings in Braden Chenault. Chase Halfley at third, Landon Olson second, Richter at first. Deja vu for Chenault. Last time he was up. Bases loaded, pop fly out as we get another run scored. Look out below for Schroeder. Try and hurdle the charging Chase Halfley. Scores his first run of the game. And wild contest so far. It's now 6-4. The tying run over in scoring position at second. And the go-ahead run now at the dish in Chenault. Head of the count here 1-0. Both half innings in this second have featured every batter for their respective team. 1-0 pitch. Chenault popped up. And that goes, out of play and into the bleachers. Count goes 1-1. 1-1 pitch, drops in for a strike. Count goes now 1-2. Fortman on deck, Limke in the hole here for the Burros. Turned a 6-0 deficit, now into just a 2-run deficit. That one's outside, now 2-2. I know athletic director Dave Nelson was hoping this game would be done by 5:15. I'm not sure that's going to happen the rate we're going here. As we've got a double full count here, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nowhere to hide here for Chenault and for Schroeder for their respective sides. Double full count pitch. Chenault, foul. Down the third base line. Now the pitch count is ramping up here for Schroeder. We'll see where he's at by the end of this one. As Chenault will get on. Another walk surrender there. Loads the bases again. Brings in James Fortman. Fortman earlier this inning flew out to left. And that one gets away. Another run comes across on a wild pitch. Olson will score. And it's now 6-5. Mind you, most of this happened with 2 outs on the board. As Richter goes to third, Chenault over to second. Pitch is high. Now goes to 2-0 now to Fortman. 2-0 pitch. 3-0 now. .30 pitch. Another walk given up by Schroeder. Not sure how much longer Carpenter can let this go on. They'll let it go to one more batter at least. Carter Limke will come up to bat. Pitch is a bouncer. Count goes to 1-0 to Limke. 1-0 pitch. That one's downstairs. 2-0. Pitch, and it doinks. Limke on the back, another hit batter, and another run will score. We are now tied, and I think this will be the end of Schroeder's day. Again, Richter scores 6-all. 12 runs, and we're not even through the second inning. So again, some changes coming. We'll have to see what they are as Chenault goes to third, Fortman goes to second, Limke over to first. As we'll step away here for a brief bit while they start out the changes. Sure, we'll be back with a pitching change next on YourLiveEvent.com. 6-all, bottom of the second.
Head on over to the website, rjbroadcasting.com, and download the digital copy of the 2024 Spring Sports Guide. It's free and available for you to download on the website, rjbroadcasting.com. You'll be able to download the free copy, digital, the Spring Sports Guide with bios, coaches' comments, also schedules and information for the spring sports seasons in our region. Check out the complete project. It's downloadable now for your device. It's at rjbroadcasting.com, the Spring Sports Guide.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Time for a pitching change presented by Nodak Insurance Company. Agent Brad Richter, Hillsboro, sales associate Nick Preston in Mayville. For all your insurance questions, see Brad and Nick, Trowell County's agents with answers. Into pitch, coming off the bench, Tyson Danzel. Danzel will be into pitch. As again, with 2/3 outs on the board, Danzel will come in. Schroeder, the starter, had a good first inning, but the wheels came off in the second. They're giving up 6 runs, 5 of which were earned, I do believe. And so with the bases loaded, again, here comes Alexander Duffner. Got on due to a walk, scored a run. Trying to get the Burros the lead after they were down 6-0 coming into this inning. Counts at 1-0. 1-0 pitch. It's a high 2-0. Pitch. Just caught the corner there, 2-1 for Danzel. Danzel, a junior. That pitch is a ball, 3-1, and Danzel not able to establish a rhythm as of yet. 3-1 pitch. Duffner smashes it, foul. Down the third base line here. So we got a triple full count, bases loaded, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Certainly nowhere to hide for Duffner for the Burros, and now Danzel at the mound for the Thunder, as that is just lobbed in there for a walk, and the Burros, well, I think Coach Strand was hoping maybe the comeback would be the very least gradual. He got it all in one inning, 7-6. Hillsboro-Central Valley now has taken the lead off another walk given up this time by Danzel for Hatton-Northwood. Chenault will score. It's Fortman, Limke, and Duffner on their respective bases. Brings in Ty Leshik, 1 for 2 with a double, RBI double earlier this inning. High the counter 0-1 is swing on that. That goes foul 0-2. I don't know that Danzel's all that comfortable out there right now. He's just been lobbing in pitches. Decent one, popped up, could end the inning, and it does. That was Anger, the shortstop, will end it. So pop fly to the shortstop for the third out of the inning. But we had 7 runs off of 1, 2, just 2 hits. And up the walks here now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 walks in the second inning, not to mention a couple of hit batters as well. So 7-6 is the lead now for Hillsboro-Central Valley as we go to the top of the third in a game that's nearly lasted an hour already. 7-6 on the Golden Harvest Tim Gazette Seed Sales scoreboard. Back for the third next.
Don't be fooled by that beat-up old cap. Its faded crown represents the tireless work of America's farmers and ranchers. Its sturdy brim, their dedication to providing our nation with a safe, affordable food source. So we'd like to tip our hat to them. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting those that protect America's food source.
Contact Ryan Opdahl, your local Farmers Union insurance agent, at 701-436-5777 or use the QR code to connect with the agency.
Back for the start of the third here on earliveevent.com and the Golden Harvest Tim Gazette Seed Sales scoreboard. Hillsboro-Central Valley 7, Hatton-Northwood 6. 48 pitches thrown by Keegan Schroeder in that inning. He needed 15 to get out of the first inning. He finishes his day with 63. Or at least his initial stint with 63. Pitch count, by the way, as we get to the top of the third for Danzel in relief, 9. 0-2 count to start here as Halfley still on the mound. Their time called. As this is Brody Johnson. Up to bat, Johnson drew a walk, stole a base, scored a run. Back in the second. As Halfley continues to sling the balls there. 0-2 pitch. 1-2 now. Unofficially, his count was 65. There's a ball now, 2-2. Anger on deck, and Thorsgaard to restart the order for Hatton-Northwood in the hole. Swing and a miss there that time. Halfley picks up a strikeout there. Starting out the inning with an out on the board. That's his 5th strikeout of the game. Reigns in Weston Anger. 0 for 1 with the strikeout of the second. First pitch outside. 1-0 is the count. 1-0 pitch. 1-1 now. 1-1 pitch. And a hit batter. So Anger gets aboard in 4. And that's the tying run over at first base. Brings in Ander Thorsgaard, 2 for 2, single, double, pair of stolen bases, and an RBI. game as well. Anger off the bag at first. First pitch. Popped up and in play. Halfley will grab it for the second out of the inning. Just one pitch needed to get that out number 2. And that'll bring in Derek Carpenter, excuse me.
Now batting for the Thunders, number 2, Derek Carpenter.
Carpenter's 0 for 2, strikeout on a pop fly. First pitch. Strike 1. Halfley would really like an efficient inning here to keep his Burros in front. A 1 pitch. Tie, 1-1. Bodine on deck. Schroeder in the hole here. As that is a bouncer that got away from Leshik there. Give that as a pass ball. Anger going over to second. 2-1 is the count. Halfley looks over to second. 2-1 pitch. Ball 3. And there's a walk. Runners now at first and second, 2 outs on the board here in the top of the third. Now bringing Carson Bodine, the senior third baseman. 1 for 1 with a homer in the first. Pair of runs scored. As Will Ness, the junior, will come into courtesy run. There's the pitch. Got a hold of that, and right into the glove of the left fielder, Carter Limke, to close out the inning. So the script is certainly flipped in Hillsboro-Central Valley's favor. No runs for the first time this game for Hatton-Northwood in an inning. No runs off of no hits, no errors, no earned runs, 2 left on base. Pitch count total in that inning, at half inning for Halfley was 16. His total on the game is 81 unofficially. That takes us to the bottom of the third here on YourLiveEvent.com. And 2 up there for the Burros. Halfley, and Landon Olson. 2, 3, and 4 due up next on YourLiveEvent.com.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey swatch autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
Bottom of the third we go on YourLiveEvent.com. On our Golden Harvest Tim Cassette seed sales scoreboard, it's 7-6. Hillsboro-Central Valley in a wild game has the lead as that's popped up. First baseman goes after it and runs out of space there. Count goes to 0-1 to Kyle Halfley. Halfley on the day is 1 for 1, double. And a walk drawn. No runs scored as yet. Him and Fortman, the only 2 batters who have not scored yet on the day. As that's Outside, 1-1. Chase Hafley on deck. And Landon Olson in the hole. Pitch is a strike. Count goes 1-2. A 1-2 pitch. Grounder. Few hops to the shortstop. Toss to first is in time there for the 6-3 out. First out of the inning. Brings in now Chase Hafley. Hafley. He's got on base twice. He's 0 for 2. Getting on due to an error in the first and a fielder's choice over in the second. First pitch. Pop. Foul. Landon Olson on deck. Riley Richter in the hole here. As we are past the hour mark in this contest. A 1 pitch. Grounder. Foul down the third base line. 0-2 now. As Danzel, the reliever, fouled back. Good contact there from Hafley. Count remains at 0-2. Danzel. 0-2 pitch. Downstairs now 1-2. Nobody on and one down here in third as that is a deep shot. Left center. Not quite deep enough though as center fielder Ander Thorsgaard is able to pick that up. Second out of the inning. Brings in Landon Olson. Olson 0 for 1, a walk drawn, and the second and a run scored. Strikeout back in the first. Base is cleared and now 2 outs on the board. As that's a smasher through the infield. That's a base hit. Landon Olson. Just the 4th hit of the game, despite 7 runs for Hillsboro-Central Valley. Again, taking advantage of 7 walks given up by Hatton-Northwood pitchers in the second. There's Riley Richter. Richter on the day. Got on base twice as a hit batsman in the first and got a walk in the second. First pitch, Richter gets that one. Drops fair down the first base line. Olson hustling around to get home, and he will get there. RBI single for Riley Richter. Scoring Olson, it's now 8-6, Hillsboro-Central Valley. 8 unanswered for Hillsboro-Central Valley as Brandon Chenault will come up to bat, as I think we'll get a courtesy runner here. Richter will come out, and in his place will be Elijah Smallbeck. Smallbeck will run the bases there for Richter. And 8-6, 2 outs on the board here in the bottom of the third. Burrows trying to go 2 for 2 in games so far this week in the region. First pitch, swing and a miss. Count goes 0-1 to Brayden Chenault. Chenault on the day 0 for 1. Drew a walk back in the second. Scored a run. 0-1 pitch. Strike 2. Smallbeck off the bag there at first. 0-2 pitch. Drops in for a strikeout as Danzel picks up his first of the game. One more run will come across off of a pair of hits. There were no errors, 1 earned run, and there was 1 left on base. Pitch count for Danzel there in that half inning was 14 for a total of 23 for the game. We're through 3. Burrows had another one on the board as they lead it 8-6 on the Golden Harvest Tim Cassette Seat Sales scoreboard.
At Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead, they remain committed to their original mission of providing living environments for seniors that maximize health, independence, and quality of life. Residents can enjoy hobbies, socializing, programs, and more at Halstead Living Center and Heritage House communities. For more information on Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead, call 218-456-2105 or log on to halsteadlivingcenter.com.
Top of the 4th we go. Perfect opportunity for a Farmers Union Insurance Agent Ryan Opdahl in-game update. Stop in at the office or call Ryan, 701-436-5777. Home auto, business life, farm insurance, all kinds of good stuff there. 1-0, first pitch, swing and a miss, now 1-1 as Halfley remains on the mound there for Hillsboro-Central Valley. A wild game so far. That's a bouncer. Count goes down to 2-1 to Schroeder. Schroeder was the initial pitcher there for Hatton-Northwood. Started out pretty good. First inning, 15 pitches, and his team scored 6 runs, taking advantage of 6 hits and 3 Burrow errors. We get another hit batsman, I believe. Schroeder's aboard there in 4. So, again, Hatton-Northwood is up 6-0, but a big second inning, 7 runs off of 7 walks given up there by the Hatton-Northwood pitchers. The Burrows would add 1 more in the 3rd off Landon Olson's second run of the game to make it 8-6, which is what our score is now. It's your little in-game update presented by Farmers Union Insurance Agent Ryan Opdahl of Hillsboro. Runners on first here now after the hit batsman. As Trosted comes up, he's 1 for 2 with a base hit. Strikeout as well. Count goes to 1-1. Iverson on deck and Aiden Johnson in the hole here. Halfley, and that might do it, and it does! Been waiting all game for something like that, and it finally pays off. As Schroeder was just a little too much off the bag. Picked off at first for the first out of the inning. Let's change those yellow marks on the Golden Harvest Tim Cassette Seed Sales scoreboard. Count is at 1-1 now with 1 out on the board, and the bases are clear. 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1. Halfley, 2-1 pitch. Grounder. 3 hops to third and lost it. B&E 5. Getting Trusted aboard. Brings in now Drew Iverson, the designated hitter, the freshman. Number 21, he's 1 for 1 on the game with a base hit back in the 2nd. Runner on first and 1 down here in the top of the 4th. 8 unanswered runs for the Burrows. As Halfley tries it again. Don't know in my 7 years broadcasting high school baseball that I've seen 2 successful pickoffs in the same inning. So, certainly be rare company if Halfley was able to get that. Count goes to 0-1 to Iverson. 0-1 pitch. Ball 1. Burrows gave up 6 hits in the first 2 innings. Since then, 0. They've really battened down the hatches here. Swing and a miss there for Iverson. Count goes 1-2 as Halfley came in on officially 81 pitches on the pitch count. So he's nearing his limit for the day. That's downstairs 2-2. Would be good if he can find a way to get through this 4th inning. 2-2, that one got away. And we'll go pass ball on that one. It's Trusted. Gets over to second. Full count pitch. Iverson, grounder. Nice pick up there by Short. Toss to first in time for the 6-3 out. Kyle Halfley coming in the clutch there. 2 down now. But the runner moves to third. Runner being Trosted, and that brings in Aiden Johnson. Johnson, the second baseman, right-handed batter. First pitch, and that's another dinger. Not the kind you want, though. Hit batsman, runners at the corners. Second one this inning, given up by Halfley. That brings in there Brody Johnson. Brody Johnson 0 for 1. Strikeouts, walk drawn, run scored. Now the tying run is at first. Go ahead runs at the dish. Toss to first on time. As that pitch is a strike, count goes 0-1. There to Johnson. Anger on deck to round out the order. The third time through here for Hatton-Northwood, should they get up that far. And runners at first and third, 2 outs on the board. Burrows trying to maintain their lead after scoring 8 unanswered. 0-1 pitch, that's bunt, fouled back. And not quite sure about bunting when 2 outs are on the board, but play that Hatton-Northwood went with there. Second base right now open, 0-2 pitch. That's high and inside, 1-2. As Halfley, I think, a couple pitches away from 100 for the game. 1-2 pitch. Got him down to end the inning. No runs off of no hits. There was 1 error. No earned runs and 2 left on base. Pitch count, I believe, will be 99 through 4 innings for Chase Halfley. Top of the 4th is in the books, and our score remains the same, 8-6 as we go to the bottom of the 4th here on YourLiveEvent.com on that Golden Harvest Tim Gazette seed sales scoreboard.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsboro, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today. The Hillsboro-Central Valley Booster Club is made up of parents, fans, and community members who work together to build team and community spirit. The Hillsboro-Central Valley Booster Club supports Hillsboro and Central Valley students in their school activities and encourages all students to be involved in the activities at your school. The Hillsboro-Central Valley Booster Club takes great pride in uniting the communities to support the boroughs, encouraging everyone to promote school spirit, sportsmanship, and to support the Hillsboro-Central Valley students. It's the Hillsboro-Central Valley Booster Club.
Bottom of the 4th we go. 8-6 is our score on the Golden Harvest Tim Gazette seed sales scoreboard. James Fortman due up now for the Burros. 0 for 1. Walk drawn back in the 3rd. Again, it was a 6-0 lead for the Thunder through the first 2. Well, first 1.5 to be exact. Burros have scored 8 unanswered, have not given up 1 since. Fortman, nice slingshot there through center for a base hit. Fortman's 3rd hit in the last 2 games. And he's aboard. Brings in Carter Limke. Limke 1 for 1 with a base hit. Run scored. Back in the 2nd. Alexander Duffner on deck would round out the order the 3rd time through for Hillsboro-Central Valley. Bunt is shown. Bunt pulled back. And getting the steal there. And a little bit extra. Fortman slides in time. It's over from first to third on the steal and the throwing error. So he's staring down home plate. It's an 0-1 count to Limke. Danzel, the reliever there for the Thunder. Pitch to swing and a miss. 0-2 is the count. By the way, these teams met, I believe, in the season opener. Or maybe not quite the season opener, but early on for Hillsboro-Central Valley. That one got away. 1-2 is the count. It's the regional opener, I should say. 14-7 was the final score. That went in Hatton. And of course, the Eielson ballpark there as Limke strikes out in 4. First out of the inning. Brings in Alexander Duffner's got on twice with a pair of walks. 1 in 7 pitches, the other in 6. Certainly been in some battles here this afternoon. About an hour, 20 minutes into this game. Duffner swings, misses that one. Count goes 0-1. Get a big one here, especially for Hillsboro-Central Valley if they want to try and stay in the hunt for at least the number 2 seed. 1-1 is the count. Of course, the Burros would need to win out in order to get the number 1 seed. Thompson right now in cruise control, but the Burros were one of the teams that were the closest to knocking them off this season. So certainly a good chance that they could do that. Duffner now behind the count 1-2. Danzel, the 1-2 pitch. Duffner fouled. Count remains at 1-2. Leshik on deck to start the order again for the Burros. Kyle Halfley in the hole. There's a pitch. Swing and a miss that time is strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts there for Tyson Danzel. After a leadoff single and extras for Fortman. The pitch for Leshik is a ball. Now goes 1-0. Leshik on the day, 0 for 2. Strikeout and a pop fly in between that, or excuse me, 1 for 3. An RBI double in between that as well. So 1 for 3 on the day. 1-1 is the count here. Halfley's on deck in the hole. Kyle then Chase. Should the Burros extend this half inning a little while longer. 1-1 pitch. That got away. Fortman's charging home, and he gets there. Another wild pitch. Fortman will get home. Makes it 9-6. Hillsboro-Central Valley, and the bases are now cleared. 2-1 is the count to Leshik. 2-1 pitch. Got a hold of that. A little bit of an infield chopper. Second, nice sling over to first, and the tag as well. Good recovery there for Hatton-Northwood. Might be our play of the game. Tough play there by the second baseman. First baseman was a little off the bag, but rallied just in time. That's a combination between Aiden Johnson and Caleb Trosted to get the 3 out in 4. 1 run off of 1 hit. There was 1 error, 1 earned run, and nobody left on base. 14 pitches there for Danzel in the 4th for his total now of 37 for the game. 9-6 our score as we head to the top of the 5th on YourLiveEvent.com on the Golden Harvest. Tim Cassette Seat Sales Scoreboard.
There's more at 104. Hillsboro, North Dakota has everything you want in a hometown. Business opportunities, great jobs, and a top-notch school. Shovel-ready lots for your next idea. Great jobs in manufacturing, healthcare, and agriculture. An excellent education for your kids with small class sizes and lots of school spirit. Plus easy access to I-29 and the conveniences of North Dakota's largest cities. Build your future in Hillsboro and see why there's more at 104.
Hillsboro Dairy, with delivery of fresh dairy products and more to your home door. I've had Hillsboro Dairy delivering cold, fresh dairy products and other items to my door for years. 3 main reasons why. It's the convenience, the products are fresh, and the delivery service from the Udder Guy. Nobody does it like the Udder Guy. Every week, we get to see Teak. Please call him at 701-436-5877. Delivery right to your door from Hillsboro Dairy.
We have a pitching change courtesy of Nodak Insurance Company, Agent Brad Richter, Hillsboro, Sales Associate Nick Preston in Mayville. All your insurance questions, see Trail County's agents with answers. Alexander Duffner will check in at the pitcher's mound. Some changes around the infield. To get to that here as we go along. Duffner comes up from right field. First pitch is a strike. It goes to 0-1 to Anger, Weston Anger. Halfley getting to about that 100 pitch count, so had to come out for the game as that one's away, and now 1-1. And on the looks of it here, get the rest of the rotation. It's a grounder, foul down the first base line. Count goes to 1-2 for Anger. Anger on the day 0-for-1, strikeout. Back in the second, got on as a hit batter in the third. Richter stays over at first base. Here for the Burros. Duffner the 1-2 pitch. It's inside, 2-2. Landon Olson stays out in center field. Chenault, I believe, stays at third. 2-2 pitch. Grounder in between Duffner's legs for a base hit. Brings in now Ander Thorsgaard. Thorsgaard started out at least as the center fielder. Runner on, and nobody out here. Top of the fifth. Hatton-Northwood still very much in this game. Got to find their offense again. First pitch is the ball. Count goes to 1-0. Carpenter on deck, Bodine in the hole here for the Thunder. 1-0 pitch. Slingshot out to Olson at center on a one-hop. Runners will move their bases. Back-to-back hits here. Thorsgaard's been pretty impressive on the day. Thorsgaard now 3 for 4 with a pair of singles and a double. Brings in now Carpenter. Carpenter's 0 for 2 with a walk drawn. First pitch, strike one. Out goes 0-1 there as for additions to the lineup there, James Fortman stays in second base. I believe it might have been a one-on-one switch, as I think Kyle Halfley still out at short, so I think it was just a one-on-one switch between Halfley and Duffner. 1-1 pitch. It's inside now, 2-1. Tying run there is at the dish now with Carpenter. Duffner 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss, 2-2. Sun's starting to go behind some clouds here a little bit. One of the nicest days over maybe even this month. That's outside there, ball 3, full count now for the reliever Duffner. Duffner, full count pitch. Outside, ball 4. And the bases now are loaded. No outs on the board. Anger goes to third. Thorsgaard to second. Carpenter over to first. And Bodine already with a homer. Would like to add a grand slam. Go ahead, grand slam at that for the Thunder. First pitch. Outside ball. That one got away. Toss, home, tag. Oh, it bounced off the ump. That definitely had the timing to get there. As Anger will score the first run for Hatton-Northwood since the second. It's now 9-7. Coming home on a wild pitch. Thorsgaard goes to third. Carpenter over to second. And is now 9-7 on the Golden Harvest Tim Cassette Seed Sales scoreboard. Now the tying run is in scoring position at second. Go-ahead run remains at the plate in Bodine. Bodine on the day after that homer hasn't been able to get a hit since. He's 1 for 2. Or 1 with a homer and a flyout. Walk drawn as well. That's fouled. And the count goes to 1-1. Still plenty of game here left in the top of the fifth as we're about an hour and a half into this one. On earliveevent.com. Duffner delivers the 1-1 pitch. Grounder right to Fortman at second. Toss to first is easily in time, but a run will score. Making it now 9-8. And the first out of the inning. Tying run now again at third with Carpenter. Thorsgaard will score. Schroeder comes up now. Keegan Schroeder, the starting pitcher. Still have to check around the fielding positions to see where Hatton-Northwood batters went. Not sure if Schroeder's still in the field of play or not. Count goes to 1-1. Schroeder on the day is 1 for 2. Base hit. Run scored back in that big second inning for Hatton-Northwood. As that one's a shot to left, but it's foul. Count goes 1-2 to Schroeder. Trosted on deck. Iverson in the hole. And again, a nice hit for Schroeder away from tying this ball game. Duffner, the 1-2 pitch. Grounder to Duffner. Holds the runner at third. Toss over to first. Well in time. Good execution there by Duffner. The second out of the inning. Brings in now Trosted. Caleb Trosted. 1 for 3 on the day. A base hit back in the second. As we get a sub runner here. Ness comes back in to courtesy run for Carpenter. Of course, the catcher, so makes perfect sense with the second out on the board. First pitch. Strike one. Duffner still on the hunt for his first strikeout of the game. Runner at third, 2 outs. Big moment here. Both teams, especially for Hatton-Northwood, try and tie this ball game up. 0-1 pitch, a little inside, but caught the zone. Toss back to third, not in time. 0-2 now to Trosted. Duffner. And the windup, the 0-2 pitch. You tried a little too hard on that one, and that'll allow Ness to score. And we are tied at 9. Bases are cleared, though. A 1-2 count for Trosted. So first 6 runs went to Hatton-Northwood, then the next 9 to Hillsboro-Central Valley. Most recent 3 to Hatton-Northwood. Duffner, the 1-2 pitch. It's a bouncer in front of the plate, 2-2. Iverson on deck, Aiden Johnson in the hole here for the Burros in those gray jerseys, blue numbers outlined in white. On a beautiful sunny day in Trail County. Duffner, 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He goes down in 5. But 3 runs are surrendered off a pair of hits. There were no errors. All 3 runs earned, and nobody left on base. Pitch count for Alexander Duffner in his first inning, 25. Bottom of the 5th we go here on YourLiveEvent.com as we're all tied up at 9 on the Golden Harvest Tim Gazette Seed Sales scoreboard.
As spring arrives, so does allergy season. Stop at Hillsboro Drug for all of your allergy medications, along with over-the-counter medications, vitamins, health and beauty items, and more. Don't forget, you can now text Hillsboro Drug anytime for your prescription refills, 701-636-5231. Remember, Hillsboro Drug also offers free delivery in Hillsboro and Halstead. There's always something new at Hillsboro Drug, with a great selection of seasonal items, gifts, and cards for all occasions. They're always happy to help you, and they thank you for your business at Hillsboro Drug and Gift.
The Hillsboro Vets Club thanks you for your support of their activities and events. Stop in and to check out their new menu. Enjoy the Vets Club appetizers every Wednesday from 5 till 7. And as I've said many times, they have the best roasted chicken around. Enjoy roasted chicken every Saturday from 5:30 till 7:30. Get there early because sometimes it's gone early because it is the best roasted chicken. Fries and coleslaw also available with this meal every Saturday. Dine in or take out. The Hillsboro Vets Club.
Bottom of the 5th we go here on YourLiveEvent.com on the Golden Harvest Tim Gazette Seed Sales scoreboard. It is 9-9. First pitch, good contact, deep shot to left center, and it's like Thorsgaard's underneath of it there at center field. First out of the inning. Brings in here Chase Halfley. Halfley on the game. 0 for 3. Taking on due to a fielder's choice and an error. First pitch. Sits high and inside, 1-0. 1-0 pitch. Low and away, 2-0. And 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Landon Olson on deck and Riley Richter in the hole here. For Hillsboro-Central Valley. 2-1 pitch, right into the glove at third. The second out of the inning. Just like that, 5 pitches to get a pair of outs.
Now up to bat, number 17, Landon Olson.
Here's Landon Olson now. First pitch is a strike. Count goes 0-1. Olson on the game. 1 for 2. Base hit. Strike count. Walk. 2 runs scored. 0-1 pitch. Side inside, 1-1. One pitch. Now 2-1. Two-one pitch. Let go of the bat. Still got contact. Toss to first is in time. Wow. A 5-3 out to end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no earned runs, nobody left on base, and just 9 pitches there for Danzel. And he's up now on the day to 46. Score remains tied at 9 as we go to the top of the 6th on YourLiveEvent.com on the Golden Harvest Tim Gazette Seed Sales scoreboard.
Not everyone can get Secret Service level protection, but with Irie Insurance you can. You see, we've got your back, protecting homes, vehicles, businesses, crops, and so much more. Ensuring you've got the protection you need and all your questions answered faster than you can say classified information. Get protected. Get Irie Insurance. Go to IrieInsurance.com for a free quote and consultation.
You're feeling that spring sensation, and that means it's time to put a spring in your step over to Mayport Hardware. They've got it all, the seeds, soil, pots, and garden tools you need to make your green thumb glow. If you're spring cleaning, pick up some paint or rakes to spruce up your home and yard. They also have appliances to put that tax refund to good use, and the bikes and lawnmowers, they're just ready to roll out the door. Keep that spring sensation at Mayport Hardware, Trail County's Hardware Hank on Main Street in Mayville.
Top of the 6th here on YourLiveEvent.com, a 9-9 tie. As we've got 2 innings of regulation left, of course, a Wednesday game, meaning that there's a certain timetable on this. So it depends upon the situation of the game, if they call it at 5:15 or they keep going. There's an officials conference there. You can see on the right-hand side of your screen. Not 100% sure what that is about, but I think Ben Strand was voicing his case for that last 5-3 out. He felt Landon Olson at least met the tie goes to the runner requirements, and officials so far haven't seen it that way. Now here comes Dave Nelson. And this is getting interesting. So Dave Nelson now going over to the Hillsboro-Central Valley dugout. And, well, it's, I guess, what we know right now. So, again, a 9-9 tie. First, in this crazy game. First 6 runs go to Hatton-Northwood. The next 9 to Hillsboro-Central Valley. And then the last 3 have gone to Hatton-Northwood. We've had 4 combined pitchers. We have had a home run to pretty much start out the game for Hatton-Northwood. In fact, it's our, at least as far as I'm aware, the second home run in the first 3 batters of a game this season. Thomas Schumacher of Thompson was the other. He was the leadoff batter and hit a homer to start the game. So we're back to play here in the top of the 6th on the Golden Harvest Tomb Gazette seed sale scoreboard, tied at 9. High and inside there on the pitch to Iverson. Drew Iverson, the freshman designated hitter, number 21. Head of the count here, 1-0. 2-0, or now it will be a 2-0 pitch. As Iverson on the day, 1 for 2. Base hit. 2-0 pitch. It's yanked low and away, 3-0. Of course, Riley Richter pretty much going the distance on Monday, so he can't come in to pitch. Wonder if James Fortman might come in if they need to go to a third guy, as that's a walk given up by Duffner. Got to remember that tomorrow, Hillsboro-Central Valley goes to Nelson County Dakota. And that's an important game, as both teams at 3-1 in the region standings. And so we are going to get a new pitcher coming in, and it'll be Tyson Sunby will come in to pitch here for the Burros with a runner on first and nobody out. We'll take a break and come back for the pitching change here on YourLiveEvent.com.
You can buy beef by the quarter, half or whole beef from Mueller Angus, USDA inspected beef. Fill the freezer. Call Dave Mueller at 701-799-3032. 701-799-3032 to purchase beef by the quarter, half or the whole from Mueller Angus, Hillsboro. You can buy beef by the quarter, half or whole beef from Mueller Angus, USDA inspected beef. Fill the freezer. Call Dave Mueller at 701-799-3032. 701-799-3032 to purchase beef by the quarter, half or the whole from Mueller Angus, Hillsboro.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in North Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the NDHSAA and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Pitching change coming up here now on YourLiveEvent.com, presented by Nodak Insurance Company. Agent Brad Richter, Hillsboro, Sales Associate Nick Preston in Mayville. For all your insurance questions, see Trail County's agents with answers. Tyson Sunby comes in as the third pitcher of the day for Hillsboro-Central Valley, as Alexander Duffner gets through an inning. 29 pitches. He did allow 3 earned runs, a pair of hits, a walk, 1 strikeout as well. Here comes Aiden Johnson there for Hatton-Northwood. 0 for 2, strikeout and a ground out. As a runner is on first, that it would be the go-ahead runner. And nobody out. Sunby, first pitch. Slinger can't get in there quite right. Counts at 1-0 as Brody Johnson on deck and Weston Anger in the hole here for the Thunder. Had the lead, gave it up, trying to get it back here. 1-0 pitch. Downstairs, 2-0. Sunby takes a look over to first. Delivers the 2-0 pitch. Strike one, excuse me. 2-1 the count here now, about an hour and 45 minutes into this one. On a beautiful day in Hillsboro. 2-1 pitch outside, now 3-1. Temperatures right now hovering around 71 degrees. Slight breeze out of the southwest. That's strike number 2. Full count. Battled back there by Sunby. Humidity, a pleasant 38%. Full count pitch. Grounder, 2 hops, 3 hops to Fortman. Tossed to first a little late, but on time. For the 4-3 out, first out of the inning. Does move the runner over from first to second. As that brings in now Brody Johnson. Brody Johnson on the day, 0 for 2. Bear of strikeouts, drew a walk, stole a base, scored a run in that second inning. And with the go-ahead run in scoring position and a 9-9 tie game. First pitch, a strike. Count goes 0-1. Anger on deck would round out the order the 4th time through here for Hatton-Northwood. 0-1 pitch. Ball 1. And a critical game in the Region 2 regular season standings. 1-1 pitch. Bunt is shown, laid down nicely. Sunby fumbled a little bit, but he's able to get it over to Richter and in time. And Richter, he takes a hard fall. Able to walk it off. That's a great sign there for the Burros. Can't afford to lose him. Runner does make it over to third. With 2 outs now on the board. And Weston Anger up to bat. Anger right now 1 for 2. A base hit, run scored in the 5th. And a chance to give Hatton-Northwood the lead. Sunby, first pitch. Strike 1. Top of the order, Thorsgaard on deck. Carpenter in the hole. Thorsgaard 3 for 4. Carpenter 0 for 2. Grounder foul down the third base line. Sunby looking to pick up his first strikeout of the game. Sunby, check over to third. Delivers the 0-2 pitch. Foul back. And the count remains 0-2. Sunby. 0-2 pitch. Chopped up, foul. Over to the Burrow dugout down the first base line. Anger keeps fighting. Sunby. 0-2 pitch. A little high. Count goes 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Inside. 2-2. Sunby. In the lineup. 2-2 pitch. Grounder. And that's fair. Richter's got to get over there and cannot. Got to give it an E3 on that one. Anger is aboard, and Hatton-Northwood takes the lead 10-9. Their first lead since the second inning. As Iverson scores. And Thorsgaard is up to bat now. 3 for 4 on the day, a pair of singles and a double. First pitch, Thorsgaard whips that one as that drops into the gap at right center. Fourth hit of the day for Ander Thorsgaard. Moves Anger over to second. And it brings in now Carpenter, Derek Carpenter, catcher. Carpenter on the day 0 for 2, but he's drawn back-to-back walks. Trying to, at the very least, draw his third walk from a third different Burrow pitcher. First pitch, ball 1. A little bit of a danger zone here for the Burrows. Got to limit the damage here. Grounder to third and stepping on the bag to finish out the inning for the force out there. 1 run off of 1 hit, 1 error, 1 earned run, and 2 left on base. 10-9 our score. On the Golden Harvest Tim Gazette seed sales scoreboard, we go down to the bottom of the 6th. On YourLiveEvent.com, Burrows due up next.
Insurance answers should come easily from local agents you know and trust. Someone down the road, not across the country. From Watford City to downtown Fargo, NODAC insurance agents know the protection you need. From the Peace Garden to the geographical center of North America. We're focused on North Dakota's farms, ranches, small towns, and cities, so the answers are right in front of you. NODAC Insurance Company, agents with answers.
It's the North Dakota All-Star Gathering on Your Live Event, as we'll have coverage of the Shields Softball All-Star Series on June 3rd and 4th.
Closey with the 0-2 pitch.
The Optimist Volleyball Series on June 10th and 11th.
Right corner West is there for the dig back set. Bogenry for another kill.
Plus, the Lions All-Star Basketball Series on July 15th and 16th.
Really nice quality second half. Goes off the backboard for the duck to Carson Yale.
For more information, go to yourliveevent.com.
10-9 here, bottom of the 6th. YourLiveEvent.com on the Golden Harvest Tim Gazette seed sales scoreboard as we approach 5 o'clock here in Eastern Trail County. In this tilt between Hatton-Northwood and Hillsboro-Central Valley. Danzel back up to pitch here. As it'll be Riley Richter, Braden Chenault, and James Fortman, 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Burros to try and, at the very least, tie this ball game up. Richter on the day is 1 for 1. RBI single back in the third. First pitch to strike, count goes 0-1. Danzel, the reliever there, 0-1 pitch, and boy, Richter's going to be sore tomorrow. Second time he's been hit by a pitch, and of course that tough play at first till earlier in the game. So that's the tying run, and I imagine we might see a courtesy runner here come in for Richter. Stays in there for now. It's one tough kid. Brings in now Braden Chenault. Chenault on the day, 0 for 2. Walk drawn in the second, run scored as well. First pitch. That might have dinged him on the helmet as well. Count goes 0-1. Richter off the bag there at first. 0-1 pitch. Ball one. Fortman on deck. Limke in the hole here for the Burros. 4-8 overall, 3-1 in the region. 1-1 pitch. Chenault pops it up, and shortstop comes and grabs it. So pop fly over there to call it to short. First out of the inning. As Richter stays over at first. 10-9 here in the bottom of the 6th. Danzel, first pitch to Fortman. Fortman gets a hold of that one as that goes into the glove of the center fielder. Thorsgaard's having himself a game. A fly out to center. 2 down here now. Carter Limke comes up to the dish. He's 1 for 2 with a base hit, run scored. 2 outs now on the board. First pitch. Strike 1. Duffner, actually it'll be, again, Duffner came out, so it'll be Sunby on deck here for the Burros. A 1 pitch, swing and a miss, now 0-2. Danzel's looked pretty decent in relief. Danzel came on in the third. He's allowed just 2 runs, as that is another hit batter. No, they're going to say he leaned into it, so going to bring him back. It is a ball, regardless, so 1-2 now. Richter off the bag at first. Danzel the 1-2 pitch, and there's a strikeout there. No runs, no hits, no errors, no earned runs, 1 left on base, and it took just 10 pitches to get out of that bottom of the 6th. Head into the top of the 7th on YourLiveEvent.com. Hatton-Northwood will try to add some insurance before we go to the bottom of the 7th on YourLiveEvent.com.
Our Savior's Lutheran Church in Hillsboro, North Dakota invites you to experience the love of God. Our Savior supports all youth with academics, athletics, music, art, dance, and drama, and offer meaningful opportunities for people of all ages. Join us for worship at 8:30 or 10:30 each Sunday morning, in person or watch on television, HTC Channel 34, or online, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or at oslchillsboro.com.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and RJBroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Top of the 7th here on YourLiveEvent.com on the Golden Harvest Tim Cassette Seed Sales Scoreboard. 10-9. Hatton-Northwood holding a 1-run lead right now over Hillsboro-Central Valley. Due up here for the Thunder. It'll be Bodine, Schroeder, and Trosted, 3, 4, and 5 in the order. Bodine, again, hasn't done much since that homer. A walk, a flyout, and a ground out. Schroeder on the day is 1 for 2, and Trosted is 1 for 4. As there's a base hit there for Bodine. And Hatton-Northwood tries to put together insurance runs before the Burros go to the bottom of the 7th. Keegan Schroeder again on the day is 1 for 2, base hit in the 2nd, ground out in the 5th. Walk and get on as a hit batsman as well. Sunby still on the mound there, third pitcher to show up for the Burros today. Ball, count goes 1-0. Sunby in the windup 1-0 pitch. Popped up and underneath of it, out at left field, there's Limke. Fly out to left for the first out of the inning. Runner hangs on at first base. Brings in Caleb Trosted. Trosted on the day. And 1 for 4. Base hit, couple of strikeouts. First pitch. Grounder. Fair. Down the third base line. Toss over to first. Dropped. Runner's going to scamper over to third. A throwing error there between Chenault and Richter. It's Trosted aboard. Bodine heads to third. Runner's now at the corners with 1 out on the board. Brings in now Iverson, the designated hitter. Drew Iverson on the game. 1 for 2. Walk drawn, was a hit batter. Got a single as well. 1 run scored back in the 6th. That was the go-ahead run. Right now, if Hatton-Northwood holds on, it's the winning run. First pitch. The ball. A little high and inside. Count goes 1-0. And this marathon game lasting over 2 hours. 1-0 pitch. It's fouled, 1-1. Aiden Johnson on deck. Brody Johnson in the hole here for the Thunder. 3-game losing skid. Before that, a 3-game winning streak. They'd like to get back to the winning streak part of things. The Burros would like to win back-to-back games for the first time this year. Bunt is shown, laid down, toss home, not in time. So a run will score. Bodine scores. As Trosted over to second. Iverson gets aboard due to the fielder's choice. Runners now at first and second. Still just 1 out on the board and an 11-9 lead for Hatton-Northwood. Brings in now Aiden Johnson. Johnson on the day, 0 for 3. A couple of groundouts, strikeouts. Did get on base as a hit batter. First pitch, dinger. Foul down the first base line. Count goes 0-1. It's the sign there from third base line. Sunby. 0-1 pitch. Grounder. Right to Sunby, toss to first. Well, in time for the 1-3 out. The runners will advance. Second out of the inning. And now up Brody Johnson. Johnson on the game, 0 for 3 as well, with a walk drawn and a run scored. 11-9, our score here. Top of the 7th. First pitch, a little high. Count goes 1-0. Anger on deck would round out the order the 5th time today for Hatton-Northwood if they get there. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Takes a look over to second. 1-1 pitch. Fouled. Count goes 1-2. Sunby trying to finish the job here and give his team a chance in the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss, goes down in 4. But one more run comes across for Hatton-Northwood. Off of one hit, there was one error, one earned run, and 2 left on base. Which count for Sunby in that inning was, let's see here, 4, 6, 9, 10, 13. For a total of 30 for the game. 11-9 our score. Bottom of the 7th. Burrows need 2 to keep the game going. Need 3 to get a walk-off win here on YourLiveEvent.com.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. This spring has been a trying time, and we may feel everything is out of our control. Please remember to slow down and stay safe this spring. Come home to your families each and every night. Please use this time to make sure your planter is ready to go. Keep downtime to a minimum. When you get into the fields, we are here to help you with any planting issues that may come up. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Bottom of the 7th on YourLiveEvent.com. The Golden Harvest Tim Cozette Seed Sales Scoreboard. Hatton-Northwood leading Hillsboro-Central Valley 11-9. As Tyson Danzel will go toe-to-toe with Tyson Sunby. Sunby's first plate appearance of the day. Kid coming in for Alexander Duffner to pitch. First pitch, a little bit of a lob there, 1-0. Again, they need 2 to tie, 3 to take the lead. Leshik and Kyle Halfley on deck and in the hole here for the Burros. Sunby will round out the order the 4th time through today. 2-0 is the count now. It's a good start there for Sunby. Danzel's been fairly effective, only allowing a pair of runs since he came in to pitch in the 3rd. Count goes to 2-1. In fact, the Burros have not scored since the bottom of the 4th. Danzel, 2-1 pitch. That is a dinger. They're saying he leaned into it. 3-1 the count now. 3-1 pitch. Fouled. Nice bare hand catch as well. Out of the out-of-play section. Full count here for Sunby. Full count pitch. That's high, and that's a walk. Sunby's aboard in 6. Brings in Tyson Leshik. Leshik on the day. 1 for 4, an RBI double back in that 7-run second inning. He now represents the tying run for Hillsboro-Central Valley. Sunby off the bag at first pitch, and that is a definite dinger on the back. So now the tying run is on, and we might get a quick pitching change here. With 2 on and nobody out. Dave Nelson watching that clock a little bit. 5:15 was the hope to get this game wrapped up. We're about 3 minutes away from that. About 2 hours, 10 minutes into this one as Danzel will come out, and we'll get some shifting going on. And it looks like it will be Carpenter to step in to pitch. Well, pitching change, hopefully some fielding changes as well here on YourLiveEvent.com next.
This is Austin Reed with Dakota Heritage Bank. At Dakota Heritage Bank, we have a strong background in ag and business lending, but we can also help with any auto, recreational, personal, or home loans, including home equity lines of credit. If you're in need of a loan, visit us at one of our locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing our heritage, sharing our future.
Pitching change here, presented by Nodak Insurance Company. Agent Brad Richter, Hillsboro, sales associate Nick Preston in Mayville. For all your insurance questions, see Trail County's agents with answers. Correction, it is going to be Carson Bodine. Bodine will come over from third base to pitch. Take a look around the infield. Looks like Trosted's going to stay at first. Carpenter will stay at the catcher spot. Danzel did come out of the game. And looks like Brody Johnson's going to come up to third in place of Bodine. And Anger will stay at short. Aiden Johnson will stay at second. And as for the outfield, not sure what the changes were out there, but there has to be at least one change out in the outfield out to left. Kyle Halfley will come in, or is still up to bat here now. First pitch, the ball. Count goes to 1-0. And Bodine with that big home run to catapult Hatton-Northwood to the early lead. 1-0 pitch. Drops in for a strike, 1-1 to Kyle Halfley. Halfley, the shortstop. One pitch. Inside, now 2-1. Chase Halfley on deck. Landon Olson in the hole. Runners at first and second. Sunby off a leadoff walk, and Leshik as a hit batsman. Both getting aboard. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2. There for Kyle Halfley on the game. 1 for 3, a double in the first. Looking for something here. Bodine, 2-2 pitch. Grounder to second. Toss to second is in time. To first is not in time, and it got away. The Burros can't take advantage. So Halfley gets on due to the fielder's choice. Leshik is out at second. For the first out of the inning. Sunby goes to third. So runners at the corners now with 1 out on the board. And Chase Halfley comes up to the dish on the day. 0 for 4. Did get on due to a fielder's choice and a fielding error. Looking to deliver here. Bodine takes a quick peek at all the bases. There's a smash out to left center. It drops. Hits the wall. 1 will score. And 2 going to try to come around and score. Got to go quick, and he's safe. He's safe. Tag wasn't laid down right. Oh, man. That's a bomber there for Chase Halfley. And he now is the winning run over at third. I'll give it a 2 RBI double for Halfley, advancing to third on the throw home. Again, scoring Sunby and Kyle Halfley to make it an 11-11 tie. So runner at third, the winning run is at third. With 1 out, Landon Olson going to try to deliver. First pitch. Strike 1. Bodine takes a check over to third. 0-1 pitch. Olsen off the glove at first. Burrows win it on a walk-off E1. I don't think that would have mattered anyway. Hafley will score, and the Burrows survive 12-11 in about an hour and 15 minutes, just 2 minutes past the Dave Nelson allotted time. So I'd say that's good enough. 12-11, the final score on the Golden Harvest Tim Cossette seed sales scoreboard. What a game. Hatton-Northwood, got to give credit to them. They nearly ended their 3-game losing skid. They're going to be a tough out in the tournament, but the Burrows pick up a big win. Come from behind, 12-11 is the final score here again on that Golden Harvest Tim Cossette seed sales scoreboard. Well, I'll try to sum this one up here next on YourLiveEvent.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Hi, this is Chrissy Thompson from the Hillsboro-Central Valley School District, reminding you that ethics, integrity, and respect are values important to our daily lives. In our sporting events, educational lessons, and lifetime values taught by school activities. Remember that one simple word, sportsmanship. It's how you play the game. This message is from the Hillsboro and Central Valley School Districts.
This is Tim Cossette, your local Golden Harvest Seeds dealer. During these winter months, as you think ahead to the spring planting season, I remind you there is strong yielding varieties of Golden Harvest beans and corn available for spring delivery. There's discounts offered. Please ask me about the Golden Advantage deferred payment options or any cash payment discounts. Call me, Tim Cossette, at 701-430-0877, and thank you for planting Golden Harvest seeds on your farm.
You know, parenting is hard for all of us. And so providing those little resources that we can share for those conversations that are hard to have and to kind of be that icebreaker for both professionals, parents, and then open up that conversation to the more engaging conversation that's needing to be had.
Being a parent myself, oftentimes it's the simple things that make a difference.
As a busy parent myself, just engaging with your kids, making it an everyday thing so they know that you're there, they can always come to you when those difficult situations do arise.
Contact Trail District Health Unit in Hillsboro for more information.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro. You can see the latest inventory online at BloomfieldTrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro.
Recent trades and equipment updates at Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada. 50-foot Degelman Land Roller with 36-inch drums. One owner machine, good condition, priced at $39,000. 14-foot Woods Batwing Mower, one owner, local trade, $9,600. 2012 4830 four-wheel drive John Deere Sprayer. 132-foot boom, $1,700. 1,000-gallon tank, local machine, good condition, priced at $148K. Visit with Chuck or Joe at Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada.
What a game here on YourLiveEvent.com. Another one that goes the distance. 12-11. Hillsboro-Central Valley, another walk-off win over Hatton-Northwood. to keep them in the top 3 in the Region 2 standings. Actually, they would have been in the top 3 with the loss, but keeps them with a prime opportunity at a top seed. Storyline of the game, oh boy, where do I begin? Hatton-Northwood got on the board early. The Thunder was rolling as they got 6 runs in the first 2 innings. A couple of runs off a 2 RBI homer to right for Carson Bodine, making it 2-0 Hatton-Northwood. The Thunder would add 4 more runs off of 4 hits and a couple of Burrow errors in the second, making it 6-0. But Hillsboro-Central Valley, they certainly came back in the game and in a good way in the second. They tallied 7 runs, taking advantage of 7 walks given up by Hatton-Northwood starting pitcher Keegan Schroeder. Just a couple of hits in that inning for the Burros, 2 errors as well, as there were a total of 13 batters for Hillsboro-Central Valley in that second inning. They took a 7-6 lead. They would add 2 more, 1 each in the third and the fourth. RBI single for Riley Richter scoring Landon Olson. And then a run scored on a wild pitch. James Fortman came across. 9-6 Hillsboro-Central Valley, again with 9 unanswered runs through the fourth. But in the top of the fifth, Hatton-Northwood would rally once again. RBI single by Bodine, scoring again Thorsgaard and Ness would score, as well as Andrew Thorsgaard, as well as Will Ness and Weston Enger would all score to make it a 10-9 lead for Hatton-Northwood. The Thunder would add a couple more in the 1 in the 6th and 1 in the 7th. In the 6th, Iverson came across home plate. Drew Iverson to give it a 10-9 lead. That was the 10-9 lead. And then it was 11-9. Bodine would score again. His 3rd run of the game to make it a 12-11, or make it an 11-9 lead. Hillsboro-Central Valley in the bottom of the 7th. They're able to get on Tyson Sunby with a walk and Tyson Leshik with a getting on as a hit batter. Kyle Halfley grounded into a fielder's choice, and then Chase Halfley with a big 2 RBI double, getting over to third on the throw to home to tie the game at 11. And then off an error, Landon Olson hit into an error off the pitcher, allowing Halfley to come home and score the winning run. What a game. Let's go through the individual stats. First on the batting side, we'll go with Hatton-Northwood first. Andrew Thorsgaard finishing the day. He was the most prolific hitter on the day. 4 for 5, 3 singles and a double, 1 RBI, 3 runs scored himself of Hatton-Northwood's 11. Derek Carpenter on the day, he was 0 for 2 with a pair of walks and a run scored. Carson Bodine, we already mentioned on the day, 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs, 3 runs scored, a homer and a single. But he was the losing pitcher. He came up to the mound, and he gets the loss there for Hatton-Northwood. Couldn't quite replicate the magic he has on the offensive side, on the defensive side. Keegan Schroeder, the starting pitcher, had, again, a rough second inning. On the plate, he finishes the day 1 for 3, single and a run scored. Caleb Trosted finishes the day out at 1 for 5 with a single. Drew Iverson, 1 for 3 with a single. Aiden Johnson finished at 0 for 4. Brody Johnson finished the day at 0 for 4 with a walk, drawn, run scored as well. And Weston Anger finished the day at 1 for 3, a single and a run scored. As for Hillsboro-Central Valley, Tyson Leshik finished the day off at 1 for 4 with an RBI double. Kyle Halfley finished it off at 1 for 4 as well with a double and a run scored. Chase Halfley finished the game at 1 for 5 with a 2 RBI double, 2 runs scored. He also got on base due to a fielding error and a fielder's choice in the first and second, respectively. Landon Olson finished the day at 1 for 4 with a base hit, walk drawn, 2 runs scored. Riley Richter finished the day off with a at 1 for 1 was hit by the pitch twice and drew a walk as well. Got an RBI and a run scored. Braden Chenault on the day, 0 for 3 with a walk drawn and a run scored. James Fortman was 1 for 3 with a run scored, also stolen base and a base hit. Carter Limke on the day, 1 for 3, base hit, run scored. Alexander Duffner finished out at 0 for 1, but a pair of walks and a run scored. And Tyson Sumby with a walk and a run scored as well. Final line score, by the way, for Hillsboro-Central Valley, 12 runs off of just 6 hits. They had 9 left on base, 11 earned runs, and 6 errors in the game. They had more errors, but they ended up winning the game. Hatton-Northwood, 11 runs, 10 hits, more hits, less errors, still ended up falling short. Those walks in the second were a killer. 5 errors, 10 earned runs, and 12 left on base. That also is a number you don't want to see. Both teams sent 3 pitchers to the mound. The winning pitcher, I do believe, will be Chase Halfley, as he left when the score with the Burros getting the lead. Tyson Sunby will get the save, and the loss will go to Bodine. Carson Bodine on that one. Pitching statistics here for you. Let's see. Let's start with Hillsboro-Central Valley. Chase Halfley collecting, I believe, 6 strikeouts in the game, allowing a smattering of walks and hits. Hit batters. Alexander Duffner was unable to came up with 1 strikeout, and Tyson Sunby also came up with 1 strikeout. The 3 combined again to allow 10 hits and multiple walks and hit batters. As for Hatton-Northwood, they combined for, I believe, just 4 or 5 strikeouts on the game, allowed a combined 6 hits and a smattering of walks and hit batters. Again, it was not a perfect game by any stretch of the imagination. Both teams showing offensive spurts of success, but again, only one team can come out the winner, and in a little over 2 hours, 2 hours and 15 minutes, Hillsboro-Central Valley was able to come away with the win. They moved to 4-1 in the region. They right now are in sole possession of second place. And weather looks pretty good tomorrow for their game at Nelson County, Dakota. For the winner of that game to take sole possession of second place for sure. As Hatton-Northwood drops to 1-4 in the region, they'll battle with probably Mayport CG for the 4th and 5th seeds in the tournament. Hillsboro-Central Valley moves to 5-8 overall. Hatton-Northwood they moved to 4-7. They've dropped 4 in a row. Hillsboro-Central Valley, for the first time this season, has won back-to-back games as well. Let's get to our post-game accolades and acknowledgments, starting with our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Enbridge, life takes energy, and Enbridge.com for career opportunities. And, the theme of this award is going to be, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Chase Halfley started on the pitcher's mound. He had a tough first couple of innings, but he rallied, did not allow a run in the other 2 innings that he did pitch. In fact, he didn't allow a hit in either of those 2 innings either, so he really rallied, struck out a couple of times. His defense was able to help him out at times as well. But the big play, of course, on offense, part of our precision play of the game. Get to that in just a little bit. But Halfley, the 2 RBI double, really was the game winner. And so Chase Halfley is our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Time to take a look here now at our RDK Enterprises precision play of the game. RDK Enterprises wishes all of our area planters a safe and happy spring planting season. Again, our RDK Enterprises precision play of the game. We already mentioned 1 precision play of the game. That was, of course, Chase Halfley with that double, that big 2 RBI double. But as well, the other one I'm going to give on defense on our RDK Enterprises precision play of the game. I'm going to give that 4-3 out. Going to find where it was again. That 4-3 out there. I believe it was in the bottom of the 4th to close out the inning. It was a tough play that the second baseman there for Hatton-Northwood, Aiden Johnson, had to make, getting it over to Caleb Tronstad. He did. A nice spin move to try and get it over. Tronstad, nice extension. 2 of them equal our defensive play of the game. Get our plays of the game presented by RDK Enterprises of Hillsboro and Drayton. And last but certainly not least, our Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection. Keeping you connected. Discover local reliability you can trust. HalsteadTel.com. Well, I didn't count this at the start, and, there was just a lot of walks in this game, a lot of hit batters as well. That the big stat, though, against Hatton-Northwood, 7 walks allowed. Just weren't unable to get connected into the strike zone, and that really cost them the momentum in the game, and they were able to come back, but they just gave up too much in the beginning and at the end of the game. So great battle between these two teams. It was an excellent game. Glad we were able to pick it up. It was supposed to be yesterday, moved to today. We were able to get our schedule together and make it happen. So speaking of schedule, let's update you really quick on our updated broadcast schedule on yourliveevent.com. Of course, lots of games on RJ Broadcasting as well. You can check out the full schedule there, rjbroadcasting.com, yourliveevent.com. But on Your Live Event, tomorrow we got a special treat here for you. I'll be taking my collegiate play-by-play skill set to Ada Borup West tomorrow for the Pine to Prairie Conference Track and Field meet. Myself, along with Jake Berkmeyer, Kevin Kochman, Preston DeVille, and Sean Bjork will all be on hand. It's a 5-man crew. Probably the biggest crew we've ever assembled, for at least for track and field. On yourliveevent.com. Should be a fun meet. Lots of great schools showing up and lots of great athletes. So check that out. That starts at 3:30. Again, tomorrow at Ada Borup West. As well, Hillsboro-Central Valley, girls softball is at Central Cass. Friday contest, just one on Your Live Event. Kindred Richland is at Central Cass as well. And on Monday, Hillsboro-Central Valley, this is a change. The guy had to get their Hankinson game in. It's a softball doubleheader in Hankinson. And Hillsboro-Central Valley baseball is at Thompson. I'll be on the call for that one. That's a big one. That pretty much determines the number 1 seed, unless Nelson County Dakota can get a win over Hillsboro-Central Valley tomorrow. Tuesday, games for you. Mayport CG softball at Central Cass and Grafton softball at Thompson. It's another big contest. And again, Wednesday, a change as well. That Hillsboro-Central Valley Thompson girls softball game will still be going on just on Wednesday. And that is in Thompson with playoffs already starting, postseason already starting next Thursday. Hard to believe that, but a week from tomorrow, our postseason coverage starts with Region 1, Region 2, Region 3, postseason baseball tournaments, Region 1 and 2 softball tournaments, EDC softball tournament, and the Northeast Regional Track and Field meet from the Hillsboro Sports Complex across the way here on yourliveevent.com. Check out those full schedules, yourliveevent.com, Minnesota side, rjbroadcasting.com. From all of us here at yourliveevent.com, our executive producer, Mark Forseth, marketing director, Jim Berkmeyer, our magic video man, Jack Albee, and his now magic video assistant man, Greg Grenz, our latest voice as well, going to be helping us out with the Carrington coverage from here on out, and all of our voices led by our co-sportscaster of the year, Chase Miller. I'm James Martin saying, Region 2 baseball fans, show some pride. Have a wonderful rest of your sunny Wednesday.